call it from Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, hey.
What's up?
Hi.
Yes, from Horizon.
Wild West or whatever.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Oh no! Why is the window so big?
Oh my gosh! No one else can see that. Huh?
Yeah.
Everyone's just watching us.
I'm showing Adam. Yeah, Forbidden West, right? Yeah. So
it's like an alligator.
Yeah, Moderoid.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I guess, like not exactly Spinosaurus or Baryonyx.
Yeah,
sort of looking.
That.
What's up, guys?
What's up? We're here, live.
Here we are, live. We survived the hurricane.
Yeah.
Which I saw from people's questions. We'll have a lot of questions about that, so we don't necessarily need to get into it quite yet. But anyway, long and short of that is, yes, we're open.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're shipping out monuments.
Yeah,
a lot today.
If you're in the area too, we are open. We have power. Yeah. If you don't have power, you are welcome to come build in the build room.
Yeah.
And take advantage of the AC. We're open normal hours a day, so 11 to 5. If you don't want to sit at home in the heat.
Josh's gonna have the build room open.
Yeah, I told him have it ready to go, and I sent out a Facebook and social post.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Everybody survived here. Some of the staff had more flooding around them than others.
Yeah, to go rescue some today.
Yeah, everybody was mostly okay. Yeah, I didn't ask you. So did you see the road I was talking about?
Yeah, which that wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So in front of Ron's, it's weird, like Ron's neighborhood, just his road.
Okay.
And there's no way his car, like the Jeep, barely made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? All right. Okay. Yeah. It's like that's how it was during Ian 2 years ago. That neighborhood. Yeah, and that's why I told Ron beforehand too, that I heard from other like people in that neighborhood that some, like, depending on what street, what block you're on, like some were underwater and some weren't.
His street is pretty rough. Like his car definitely would have been underwater because the Jeep has like a 2-inch lift on it,
and it barely made it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the roads are still a little dicey in the area.
Yep.
Some places flooded, but that was the extent of it. Like the wind and everything wasn't too bad here. I don't know, like some places are flooded more.
Yeah, it's weird because you like see on the when I'm sitting at home looking at the computer throughout the night, you'll see like 90 power gusts and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know they measure that higher up. Like I think it's 45 feet at the airport. They measure up because it's on top of the
control tower.
Yeah, it's on top of the wind sensor there. I don't know where it is in other parts of the state, but I know that ours is right there at the airport. So it's not really surface where it's like hitting trees and slowing down. It's higher. But yeah.
It knocked part of my fence down.
Again.
Yeah.
At least there's not a big oak tree on it this time.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk some more about that. But we have our giveaway kit here for the day too.
Yes.
This kit has been out for a couple of years now at this point. 2020, actually. It's been 4 years already. Wow. But yeah, I don't think we've ever given one away since this kit came out. But so, really, really cool kit. Awesome kit. If you guys are a fan of the Wing Gundam, I think it's the best Wing Master Grade that you can get, basically.
You must be pretty happy today.
Why?
Because they announced the real grade Shining.
Yes. Yeah, I am. Shining Gundam's never really been like one of my favorite designs, but yeah, I'm happy about that. Just anything new G Gundam is promising.
That's normal release, and the Impulse I think is P Bandai, right?
That's what I was trying to figure out, and it does look like that.
I think that's what
it's like the Sword Impulse Spec 2.
Yeah,
red one. Yeah, so that's going to be P Bandai. They didn't really have
things. They didn't really give that much info. They showed pictures of the stuff.
They didn't have anything else too much new Gundam related.
Yeah. Stuff. Thermit missions, Thermit Sisters. Kabukiya announced a lot of nice stuff.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. So on the stream before this, I was going through all the looking at the Dengeki hobby site, and like everything, and like that's what I said too. Like Kabukiya always has like a bunch of stuff every announcement.
Yeah.
I think it's just because like go ahead.
No, you.
Well, I was gonna say the Bandai, they'll like announce stuff, and then like half of what they had to show there was stuff it's already been announced.
Yeah.
Like before.
Yeah. One thing that Bandai does that Kabukiya does different. So Bandai announces a bunch of stuff at one time, and then they'll send an order form, and all that's on the order form. Kabukiya does it in like every week. it's a new thing. Like they'll show images of new stuff coming, but then it's every other week. It's we're given the info to put it up for pre-order. So it's just a different way of doing it. So like if Bandai did that, it would like kind of just stretch out there. It wouldn't be like quarterly drops. These are the new quarterly things. It'd be like 1 or 2 items here or there.
And they've been doing like the next hobby phase, where they'll have all their announcements drop like digitally. Where like Kotobukiya seems like they save a lot of stuff for the hobby show. Yeah, because they had a bunch of stuff at the hobby show that we haven't seen before.
We finally got a prototype of that frame arms girl.
Yes, I know. The Kagutsuchiko. Yep. So we finally got that. That's been a long time coming.
No Evangelion.
Nope, no Evangelion
frame
girl.
Arms. They're not frame arms girl. They're called something else, right? It's frame arms girl. Yeah, maybe that's what it's cross frame. Yeah.
And they did have the prototypes there for the Zoids girls, though.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Which is pretty neat. And a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we were going through it, but the Moderoid.
That's from whatchamacallit, isn't it? Scroll down.
This guy?
Yeah, isn't that from? Never mind.
Kotobukiya also had some new Armored Core kits. Did you see that?
No, they're brand new.
They look like it.
Oh, yeah, I haven't had a chance really to go through everything.
So when you get a chance, take a look at it. We were trying to check it out, and I'll have to check, and maybe they announced more about it on the Twitter or something. But on their Twitter page, I mean.
New Arcanade kits. I saw the 2 new ones of those.
A bunch of those.
Was there more than 2?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
There was the 2 like main ones, and then they had some other like Arcanadia stuff that were like some like part sets kind of. They're like animal shape. One's like a seahorse shape, and the other one's a squid shape.
Yeah, I didn't see those.
Like
I got
mecha stuff that you can use like on the kits. Yeah, and then they had other stuff too. They had a new version of the Lumitia. It's in just like kind of a normal dress.
Yeah.
So they had quite a lot of Arcanadia stuff there.
They started releasing those dress ones of the Mogami device.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's what they're going to start doing too with the Arcanade stuff, is release ones that are in
just like regular clothes. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. They had a bunch of stuff. So the new Armor Core kits, they're designs that they've made before, like the White Glint. The Agni was the other one. The other one I don't know the name. There was 3, but they're like larger. New versions of them. They look bigger.
Interesting.
So yeah, and they just showed prototypes. They wouldn't have prototypes if it's just like a reissue of the same kit.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah.
So it must be something new. But okay. So
what in the 1990s?
Yes, I haven't found.
This is for all of our younger viewers a roll of film.
35 millimeter roll.
Yes, that goes into a camera.
But I need to get developed, and I haven't been able to find a place to get it developed.
I don't know if you
without having
send it out.
Yeah, without having to send it off, and I have to pay like $40.
Yeah. Welcome to
the digital age.
You used to get it done for what, like
I don't know,
$3
something,
and then you pick what I think it was a $3 charge to do the film. And then it was, whatever pictures you wanted.
I don't know, ridiculous. But yeah, I was using, not in like past years, but when I was living in Korea, I had a 35 millimeter camera that I was using for a while until I stopped being able to find places that could develop.
You could probably find a local. I bet you if you
local
photo, or local photographer. Has a black room, right? Is that what they call them? Black rooms or dark rooms?
Yeah, dark room. I've been carrying that one around. That roll is very possibly destroyed. I've been carrying it around for a while. A few years.
What'd you take?
5, 6 years, 7 years maybe. Huh?
7 years?
What's on there? I don't even remember exactly what's on there at this point.
Good stuff.
Anyway, all right. So getting into some questions. Oh, well, just anything else new? Obviously, the monument kits
came in. Our first wave of monuments. Our first wave of RX-78-2 2.0s came in. If you guys have not gotten an email, everyone should have gotten an email saying if you were in the first batch for the RX-78s, and you should have gotten an email. This would have been like 2 weeks ago. So if you ordered after that, you wouldn't have gotten an email. But one saying that your order was on the way. The other saying that you were in the second batch that should be here late this month. Is what I was told.
Kits?
No, the monument will be, I think it's November. I think the monument. Don't quote me on that. It's on the listing. So both are on the listing. So you can see what date. If you ordered after what date, you'll be on the next shipment of them. But I mean, we're getting. I think the next shipment of monuments is pretty much it. And then I mean, obviously the real grade will be getting more through. I'm sure for like the next year, it's going to be on every order form. Maybe. Just like the Epion. Epion was on every single order form. So
maybe. Here's the other thing that I noticed is kind of unusual with the announcement of the RG Shining Gundam is that we now have 2 upcoming RG kits, which we've not had for as long as I can remember. For a long while, it's usually like 1.
Yeah.
And then that one releases. We have to wait a little bit,
and then
they announce the next one.
But now it's been 2 rounds where because we had this and the Akatsuki, and then we have Akatsuki and this and the Shining, right? Yeah. So it's like they're kind of, which I'm sure we'll have more announcements for, because I think all these will be second quarter of next year.
Oh, everything they announced.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be because they've already announced first quarter next year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everything we saw will be second quarter next year, and I'm sure we'll probably get some more Gundam related stuff because, like I said, there was only 2 Gundam things.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, all right. Diego asks, "What's y'all's favorite wing kit?"
Heavy arms.
Favorite wing kit, the Master Grade.
Actually, so I haven't built it. Favorite one I have built the Master Grade Heavy Arms a long time ago. The kit that I want to build that I like the most aesthetic wise would be the Flugel Tallgeese.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, but I have not built that. So, and I have not built many wing kits. I think I've only built back in the 90s.
Well, if you build the MG Heavy Arms EW, that would have been.
There would have been
10 but years ago. So it could be,
but there was a wing kit from Toys R Us I got. It was back when it was like level 5 or something like that. So I think that was the Master Grade, if I remember correctly. It would have been
not any Master Grade. It could have been 1/100 scale. They had the 1/100 scale.
Yeah, I remember it was a level 5 wing. I don't know what they considered level 5 back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a 1/100 scale one, I guess. Probably
yeah.
From they had the 1/100 scale non-grade Gundam Wing Endless Waltz kits, which were quite nice actually.
Yeah, because they had those old 144 ones that would be nice if they reprinted, even though they're older, because they're only like $5 for people to buy them.
Yeah.
$7.99 I think is what they sold for, so they're probably like $9.99 now. But they're great like beginner kits.
Yeah. Like super simple HG kits, and like older, so they're cheap, but they're not bad.
Right.
In terms of the quality. They're not super janky.
Yeah.
My favorite wing kit.
I think it's the only Tallgeese 3 that was a regular release was in those kits too.
Any of the MGEW kits, I think, are just really nice. Kind of across the board. So just kind of you can take your pick. I have the Death Scythe Hell EW1, the one with the big wings, the Endless Waltz version. But I've not built that kit yet. But it's always looked really nice. The Death Scythe, what was that P Bandai Death Scythe MG kit that had like the Wing Gundam's wings? Yeah. That one was really cool.
Yeah.
I liked that one a lot. Can't remember the exact name of it, but something. All right. What's a good color scheme for a DOP fighter? Learns.
Dope or DOP? What is
that? It's that Xeon 1 Year War fighter. I think which one is the DOP? I can't remember. It's the one that looks like a grasshopper or the one that looks like a beetle top. This one. Yeah. So what model kit is there of that? Oh, there is the EX model. Yeah. Right. A good color scheme for that? I mean, you
could just do it the Blue Angels colors.
Obnoxious color scheme. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting. But I mean, like barring that, I don't know, like a super like realistic like gray.
Yeah, you can find a lot of aircraft colors.
Yeah.
So you got your light grays and light blues. Are usually what most aircraft are.
That would be kind of interesting looking.
Yeah.
or I don't know. Yeah, just look at like real world, like modern aircraft.
Yeah, and that would be where you want to go.
Nathan asked, any water damaged kits we can snag a deal on?
Yes. We did get water that kind of blew in under a roll-up door.
Where at?
So
down at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if you look, because we're trying to figure out where the water came from, and you can see some of the sand. So I guess it had to have blown and then blew in, and it did get on some cognid wolves? Did I pronounce that?
HG, the Coney Wolf?
HG,
Zoid. HMM.
Yeah, HMM. I think there's only like 6 of them that got any water damage. So if you're in the area, you're more than welcome to come get them for 50% off. But
can I get them for 50% off?
Sure.
I actually hadn't built that kit.
Josh has the same thing. So
is there one that is it like
these ones? You'll see them.
The bigger one? Or?
Yeah, the big. Yeah, so it's got it's the blue one. Okay. So it's got the limited version,
like the sniper pack and everything
it's
on
a
it.
Nice one, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think they're one normally 120 something, right? 140 something like that. So yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look.
But other than that, I mean, our building didn't really get any damage,
which is good.
Yeah, there's. We didn't really flood in our old building, and this building's 2 feet taller than that building.
2 feet higher.
Yeah, 2 feet higher. Sorry. Yeah, elevation wise, it's definitely, I think it's 5 feet taller than that building. It's a brand new building, so it fared very well.
Yeah. I was worried a little bit. I mean, because it's new doesn't exactly mean that it's built better.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
The only thing I was really worried about was just the water level. I still felt really good because we didn't flood last time.
Yeah.
And with this being elevation,
it would have had to have been.
Yeah, it had been way worse.
Substantially more water.
Yeah, and I don't think we got as much water as we did before, but still, people that flooded before are flooded right now. So, if you got flooded and you're listening, please stay safe.
Yeah. Let's see. Isaac asked, "What's the longest it's taken you to finish a project?"
There's still projects I haven't finished for like years and years. Probably like 2-3 years. If we're talking about ones that I have finished, that I have
like that you were actually somewhat consistently working on,
right? Yeah, because I'd work on something else or come back, and
I think like not including any time where like you've set it aside of like just counting up the total time that you spent
like
on
just
a project.
Probably total time be like maybe like 2 months of total time. That Mark V resin kit,
right,
because there's a lot of parts that were a lot of warped parts.
And
there's a lot of cleaning I had to do on that. I think it was is it CoreWorks that makes that?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple of resin Mark V kits.
Yeah.
But I don't really know in detail.
Yeah, so that took me a little while, but most of the time it's you straight build it, and you can do that within a day or two, and then you kind of see what you want to do detail wise. And
for me, I don't know.
What is that?
What's what?
A little koozie on your cup there?
Yeah,
I didn't know we made koozies like that. Oh, yeah.
For my coffee. Keep my coffee cold. Iced coffee.
Come in here, I found all sorts of stuff. I got Lincoln staring at me.
My framed picture of Lincoln.
Every time I come in, well, I guess it's been a while since we did a live stream.
Yeah.
So
probably one of the mega size kits that I've built is probably one of the ones that I spend the most time on, just because those take forever to just paint.
How long did it take you to do that one that you did for that? Was like a shop, the coffee shop?
For a friend of mine?
Yeah.
Mega size Zaku?
Yeah.
That's probably one of the ones that's taken me the longest. It took a fair amount of time. But yeah, they have like seam lines and everything, and they're huge parts, so it takes forever to get rid of the seams on them, and then just painting takes so long.
Yeah. They
have a lot of detail too, so then all your paneling and like detail work and everything. You can spend a lot of time on those kits. That's one of the reasons why I love the mega size line.
Gundam Nut asked when the RX they are here. Our first round came, so if you got a shipping email, you are part of that. You can also go on our website too and see when, if your ordered was after the first round, you'll probably be in the second round, which should be here late October. Just FYI. But, yep. If you have any questions, send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com and we can take a look.
Let's see. Well, actually, on that note, Jacob also asked here, I got an email saying that the RG version 2.0 was arriving, but never got a shipping notification. Are they being sent out? Well,
You probably, I mean, we are still packing them. We were closed the last 2 days, and we got them
right before that
Monday.
Yeah.
So we're probably still packing some. But if you got that email saying, that means you're part of the first round. If you got an email saying that you're part of the second round, and you're part of the second round. So if you got that, as long as there's no other pre-order on your order, you should get a shipping notification pretty soon here. Yep.
So yeah, if it's not sent yet, well, yeah, that's the thing. Make sure there's no other item on the order if there's something else that hasn't arrived. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have it and there's something else that's not arrived, I mean, you can call and we can split ship it for you. So just let us
know. What are your predictions for next year's must-have models?
It's probably that master grade Vidar.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's not a lot we know for next year, so I'm sure there'll be some cool kits.
We have, I mean, at this point, probably less than half of. At least if we're talking only Gundam models.
Yeah, we have way less than half.
Of what you can expect of next year.
Yeah, we technically only have the first quarter and then a small amount for the second quarter that we've seen. I'd be very surprised the second quarter doesn't have more than what we were shown.
Probably, probably.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't have another master grade the second quarter.
Think so? Yeah, something. If it's like well, when's the MGSD Wing Gundam is supposed to be out before the end of this year, right?
Yeah, that's
and so
next I guess this quarter, right? October, November, December. So yeah.
Second quarter, maybe there'll be the next MGEX or MGSD possibly in that slot.
Yeah. I bet you they'll do another Master Grade EX next year. Excuse me. I would be surprised if not, because those kits are usually selling pretty good for them.
What Gundam anime sports? What Gundam anime sports your favorite theme song? Oh, okay, it's just
the Seed
sports.
Seed.
What's your favorite model kit from that series? So you like the Seed theme song?
Yeah.
More than Turn A?
Oh no, Turn A's. Sorry.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I'm not a big, first of all, I'm just not super into anime. But there's a lot of people that really get into loving anime theme songs.
So my problem is when you got the DVD box sets,
you just skip it every time.
Well, no, you got the CD.
Oh,
so I had because you got the box set for the first half of the series because each DVD had like 5 episodes, and you got the box set for the second half. So the first 25 episodes. This is a long time ago, guys. I don't even know if they make box sets anymore. Honestly,
I'm sure they do. It's called Blu-ray box sets, though.
Yeah, and then you got a CD for the music in both of them. So you got 2 CDs because the second half of the season you got a different opening theme and ending theme. So and then whatever music throughout. So I would just listen to those in the car every now and then. So that's the only. I don't know any other Gundam theme music, to be honest.
Actually, I mean, probably the real answer has got to be Unicorn.
Unicorn
has
pretty
the best
good.
music.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna call you right back.
You're gonna call me back?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Unicorn's got the best music, but not it's not exactly like a theme song as like a normal. Actually, I guess for the TV version of they re-edited Gundam Unicorn for TV, it did have like a theme song, which was also done by Aimer, right? Which I was not a huge fan of. It's not as good as just the rest of the music in general for the series. Brad asks, is there a way to know if a paint is UV light reactive? I mean, if it's the best way to know is just if it's advertised as being that way. But if you're not sure, I mean, any fluorescent paint, if it's a fluorescent paint, it should be UV reactive. Otherwise, if it doesn't say that it is, I would just assume that it's not. So that's kind of really the only way to know, I guess. If you want paint that's UV reactive, just get fluorescent paint. And what you can always do with fluorescent paint is you can always mix it into normal paint. So if you wanted a red paint to be UV reactive, you could just take whatever red you're going to use and mix in some fluorescent red. And it's going to alter the color a little bit, but not too much. And you can experiment with it. But if you wanted a red color that not under UV light, but just under standard light, doesn't look too bright red, could just start with a darker red color, add some fluorescent red to it so that it still doesn't look super bright, but then under UV light, it will light up if it's got fluorescent paint mixed in with it. So you can do that. That's probably the best way to go about it. And either Mr. Hobby or honestly Gaia Notes UV paint is probably the best from my experience. Mr. Hobby is good too. I've not tried any fluorescent paint from any other brands, I don't think. All right. Let's see. William asked, Figure Eyes line needs to come out with main character model kits. Who would you want to see as a model kit first? Well, not necessarily a main character, but I would love to see Marita Cruz, of course, in the Figure Eyes line. Considering we were getting Peru too, maybe we will see a Marita kit at some point in the future. I still kind of doubt it, but I mean, I'm surprised that we're even getting Peru too. So it's always a possibility. Ruben asked if Adam is excited for the RG Shining Gundam. I'm going to fill in Adam's answer for him since he's not here. And I'm going to guess that he's not personally excited, but excited for the fact that it's surely going to be a popular kit. Yeah. Did you guys do any special preparation for Milton, or did you just hope for the best? Well, I mean, everybody, I can't speak for what everybody did like personally at home, but what we did here, I didn't do anything in my office, but like in like the warehouse and in the offices and stuff, like I think everybody like unplugged all their computers and everything. And I think they covered all the computers too, that like, just in case if a tree came down and like broke through the roof or something like that, and we had water leaking or whatever, that the computers and stuff wouldn't get wet. I think they covered the computers, but that's about it. As far as like getting stuff up off of the floor, most everything's up off of the floor anyway. But obviously, like Adam was saying, some kits did get a little bit wet because they were right near like the loading door. And so like there's some stuff on the floor. It would just be a lot of extra work. I mean, so whether this would have been worthwhile or not, like to get everything up off the floor that's on the floor, it would have been a lot of work. I mean, comparatively to like how much we could have lost had the warehouse flooded, you know, it depends on, I mean, if it floods 2 inches or 2 feet, it's a big difference in, you know, what's going to be lost. But any amount of flooding would have resulted in a lot of product loss. You know, would it have been worthwhile to get everything up off the floor? Would have been a lot of work.
Sorry.
What preparation did you do at home?
I just got all the stuff that could blow around.
You got your generator fixed, which ended up not working anyway.
Yeah. We only had power for like 5 hours. Like it went out at like bad. 5 a.m. and then came back at like, well, maybe like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So we slept through most of the. But it was nice and cool. Like after hurricanes, it usually is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah,
we had the windows open and
yeah. So. Yeah, no, they came out to fix my generator because I have a whole house generator, and then when the power went out, we couldn't get it started, so that's fine.
Yep.
Sorry, my mom was trying to get in her office. I thought she needed help, but she really didn't need help.
Here's a question, which is like we were just talking about this MGEX. You Chia asked what we'd like to see for the next MGEX.
Barber toast would be cool. It'd probably be like a red frame or something like that. You don't think so? I think so.
Actually, Sinanju would be really cool.
Sinanju would be awesome.
They make it like the RG where they have the sleeves parts like color separated.
Yeah, but I doubt that will. Maybe. You don't know. Because what would be the extreme?
Oh, extreme part separation.
Sure.
I mean,
because I feel like that's what they went with, was trying to make each thing a different thing, but eventually they'll do everything. And,
right. Yeah.
And you just release.
It's a short list of like gimmicks you can use as the extreme point. Yeah. I've said this before too, but I think like the Exia would be cool as well, because a lot of people would love like a new, like sort of quasi 2.0.
Yeah.
MG Exia, and what they could do is just like a lighting effect. They already did that with the unicorn, but would people complain? Yes, probably people would complain no matter what they make. People are going to complain, but it would be cool. I think there's a lot of people that would be excited about a new MG Exia, and then one that has like a light gimmick like that. But a Sinanju would be really cool. Chris asked, what food have you eaten that was like nothing else and everything is judged by its since? Oh my. So I guess like not something that's like unusual, but it could be like something that's usual, like steak, but like super, super good, I guess. But is there any food that was like life-changing for you?
So it's gonna sound so yes. The best food I've ever had in my entire life was at Disney, at Epcot, at the Canadian Steakhouse. And
I thought you were gonna say a Pizookie.
No. And it's the steak there, but they have this butter called, it's like a truffle butter.
I've heard you talk about this
Yes.
truffle butter before.
And I told Matt to go there, and then Matt said the same thing. It is the best food. If you're ever going to Epcot in Disney World here in Orlando, try to get into that Canadian Steakhouse. It is a little expensive, but it is the greatest thing you will eat in your entire life. And then they have like poutine, which is French fries.
I know what poutine is.
With gravy and like this. Oh, so good. That place, everything there is good. What about you?
Pizookie.
Pizookies are good. Pizookies, just so if you don't know what a Pizookie is.
I've actually had one. I've just seen it and heard you talk about it. Yeah.
So it's a big old skillet cookie, and you get different ones. White chocolate macadamia nut's my favorite. Yeah. And you get ice cream put on it with whipped cream, and you just eat it. And it's a warm cookie, so anyone could just probably microwave
like a deep dish cookie.
It is pretty
with
deep,
ice cream.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Nothing that comes to mind, but
you gotta go to that Canadian Steakhouse. Though.
Maybe
that's where it's at.
Let's see. Did we get any flooding? Alex asked no, except for a little bit of leaking. Well, no flooding here.
Hurricane question: does the flood get alligators to wander more than usually?
I don't know.
I'm sure though, if they're in the water, like say a pond overflows, and they could go wherever the pond overflow. I mean, they're all over the place, honestly. I mean, if there's a pond in Florida, there's probably an alligator in it. I know when I was walking the back part of my property there, where did I send you a picture of that? It's like everything's like 6 inches underwater back there. I was waiting for an alligator to just be sitting back there, but there wasn't one. There's usually alligators in our pond, but there wasn't one. But yeah, I mean, if there's water, just assume there's an alligator in the water if you're here in Florida. It doesn't mean it's a giant alligator. It just means that there's probably an alligator. Most alligators here in Florida are like between, 3 and 4 feet. Like they're not the 8-foot gigantic ones you see on like YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah. Those ones are here, but they're usually smaller ones.
Those bigger ones are probably out. Like you'd have to go out into the boonies.
Yeah, you got to go into the deep Everglades to find those. Because if big ones are like that in neighborhoods, they come get them. Yeah, they will relocate them. Most people will relocate them.
Get him with a shotgun.
They do have people that will go.
Let's see. Charles asked when. He said, "Glad y'all are safe. When do you think you'll be back up and running?" So yeah, obviously.
I mean, we're back up and running today. Yeah. The warehouse never lost power. I was able to check the cameras throughout the whole night, which I'm surprised. We did lose power last time. I was
surprised we didn't lose power.
Yeah. Florida's very good infrastructure wise. I mean, people lose power, but everyone will probably have power everyone will probably have power by Sunday, even over in Tampa. I mean, Sunday, Monday. A lot of our power lines are underground. So, I mean, a lot of infrastructure. I mean, we've been through storms like every year. So the government here, Florida government knows what it's doing as far as preparation and getting ready, and all the linemen that come they've all not hundreds of times, but plenty enough times to know exactly what that needs to get done. So
I saw out today on the way in here that all the tree companies are out.
Yeah,
getting that money today.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, they're the Florida government's smart about getting the private sector involved. You can come from other states and they will pay you to get rid of trees and debris. So they like I said, it's not our first rodeo with this stuff.
But obviously we'll be closed throughout the weekend and then back again on Monday.
Yeah, we'll be back Monday.
But anyway, Yeah.
Just like normal hours. Next build day is the 19th though. Which I think is next Saturday.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from Saturday. So
or no, 1 week from tomorrow.
1 week from tomorrow.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. Jeez, it is going quick. So yeah, if you guys want to come to build day, there'll be free food, free drinks, just like last time. We'll do a tour of the warehouse. Last time was a good turnout. It was a lot of fun. You gonna be at this one, or you?
I will.
All right. Zach will be here. At this
there
one.
was no ZakuAurelius at the last one, but I will. I am planning on coming.
Yeah. Maybe I'll finish my kit. I was working on that.
What were you working on?
The Calamity, the P Band of the Sky.
Oh yeah.
It was one. That one. I only got like the
AL Calamity, whatever.
Yeah. I think I got the head and the torso done.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I had to do the tour.
You're probably doing other stuff,
helping get kits for people who wanted to buy some.
Let's see. Tomorrow is my son's birthday.
Yeah, awesome.
He'd be 9 years old.
It was quick. I was looking at Allie and Ava and remembering when they were Luke size. I'm like, man, time flies. Like, I have Ava for like 3 more years before she's 18.
And then see ya.
Pretty much.
All right. Let's see. Any upcoming discount or free shipping? I mean, there's always sales.
Yeah, we have 15% off site-wide right now. So if you haven't signed up for our email notifications, do that, and text message, because I mean, there's always something on sale. So or some sort of deal going on. It just depends what it is. So if you're not subscribed for that stuff, you guys won't get notifications. So sometimes we do different deals for tech subscribers than we do email. So it's always good to sign up for both.
Alex asked, what mobile suit would you like to see Nielsen Works take on next? So Nielsen Works, who made the Monument kit. Yeah.
Probably the next theoretical tall geese.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's likely that they're going to make a couple,
I think
1 or 2 variations.
Yeah, I heard they were going to do
Monument,
the 2 and the 3. I mean, as long as it's their own design,
would be preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something a little bit
more
unique.
Yeah, I mean, it can somewhat resemble, but
well, yeah, like that's what all these other companies are going towards, is just completely original designs that still look very much like Gundams, but they're not
Gundams
clearly based on any particular design. Even the not the
lizard.
No, not the moon. There was the moon version of that. No. The one that was like crazy super popular before that. It's going back like 2 years.
Oh, the moon version, the Judge.
Yeah, the Judge. That is like loosely based off of the Forbidden Gundam.
Very loosely.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could see the resemblance basically, but it's nowhere near close enough that, I mean, like, it's like IP copyright. Anything like that, but yeah, that'd be cool. In like Nielsen Works, like in that scale, I don't know.
I haven't had any complaints, so
yeah, it's really nice. And since they're like just now shipping out, it'd be interesting to see, like, to hear people. And now I built mine a month ago, almost probably like, and it is great, but be interesting once we start hearing other people's feedback.
Yeah, if you want to see the kit built too, it is in our storefront, so you can take a look at it.
What are some tips for hand painting your gunpla?
Thin your paint.
I
think that's probably most common. People don't realize it still needs to be thinned, I feel like.
Yeah, unless you're using SMS.
Yeah, it's pretty thinned.
But
usually hand painting is like with acrylics, though.
Typically for gunpla. Yeah. So it just depends. I would say the number one thing is just do your homework. Just know what you're doing. Whether you want to use acrylics or you want to go the lacquer route, I mean, it's different styles for different effects. So just figure out what you want to, what look you want to get, and then you can figure out how to do it. Playing with my chair. Well, let's see. Any idea when you're anticipating restock for pre-ordered IBO kits? If they're pre-ordered,
on the way. We might get some today. I don't know if FedEx Freight is going. I know they are picking up orders, so they are picking up the trailer today. That's another reason why I had to step out. but I don't know if they're delivering. I would assume so, but there is, I think, the Bale, the
I don't know what's
Lupus
on there,
Rex, the Grays standard type, the was it Carta Grays?
Carta's Grays
Ritter. So there's a bunch of them coming. You'll see us and other stores start getting them all because they're in this month's deliveries. So they all should be back in stock here within the next week or so. From I'm assuming most stores.
Also, if it pre-order, it should say on the website too what quarter they're expected in. If it's this quarter, I mean, like, it doesn't narrow it down too much. But
but I think all of the IBO stuff was coming October. So it should be here, for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Gordon asked, what's the difference between the RX-782 and the 2.0? A lot. It's a completely like redesigned. I mean, it's still the same Gundam design, but like all the proportions and parts and details all completely redesigned. It doesn't have the articulated, like, pre-molded frame at all, which is interesting. It's the first, I think it's the first RG to not have any. There's a couple of recent releases, where like it didn't have any parts for the actual frame, but it might have like a couple of parts. Like the new Gundam only had those parts like for the fin funnels, for example. But this one doesn't have any of that, which is interesting, considering the 1.0 and the 2.0. The 1.0 was like very innovative for being the first kit with that in the RG line, and now it's the first kit completely without it in the real grade line. But also, it doesn't have as much color like variation. It's got a couple different shades of white, but only one shade of blue, only one shade of red. Whereas that was the other thing with the original RG, had I think 2 shades of red, 2 shades of blue. This one doesn't have that. So some kind of interesting trade-offs. I don't know, but I mean, ultimately, I think the 2.0 is, of course, the vastly superior kit, but there's some interesting points to the 1.0 that this one doesn't have, if that's what you're looking for, Let's see, what's your prediction on MGX? We talked about that. No damage here at the warehouse yet. We talked about that. When is the next Bandai restock? Well, like you said, it might be today.
We honestly get shipments every single week.
Of something.
So I mean, if you are signed up for email notifications, we usually put them in the emails so of what arrived. Andy
asked about the plans for the next meet and greet. We kind of talked. That's
the
build
19th,
day. Week from tomorrow. Are you have you used the Mr. Color replenishing agent for their paints?
I have. Have you?
No. What's that?
It's just like a thinner. So pretty much.
Okay.
It's a little bit stronger.
All right. So if like your paint like dries up a bit in the bottle, you can add that in, like mix it up.
Yeah, it works very well. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. I have not used it on fully dried out paint. So I have used it on paint where it is like kind of really thick. Yeah, but you can still stir it. Stuff that's hard, I have not, and I don't know if it would work for that. I'd be very surprised if it did work for that.
I mean, those paints are not that expensive unless it's like one that's like hard to find and you have to get it like off Amazon where someone's charging like $20 for a little bottle,
which would be weird.
So long as you can find it for like a relatively cheap price, it's probably just more worthwhile to just get a new bottle at that point, because you might be able to like breathe some life back into it, but then it's probably you're gonna have a hard time airbrushing it because it'll still have little chunks in it and stuff. It's probably not worth it. I actually don't know if I've ever even heard of that, but I can immediately like
I think
understand what it is.
Pink label on the bottle. We have it in stock. We don't have any Mr. Color thinner in stock, so.
What's your favorite NFL team?
Carolina Panthers. Where's that? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where's they are not very good in the last few years. So.
Why?
They have bad ownership.
No, I mean, why is it your favorite team?
So I played Madden 97 a long time ago. I would have been 12 or 13 or something. I just thought the logo was cool, and so from then on,
there you go.
They had a cool Panthers logo. I was like, yeah.
That was why I was a Raptors fan when I was little.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. Yeah, that's why I was basketball. Yeah. Cool logo.
Any update when the Cosmos LED upgrade for the RG Hainu will be arriving?
Soon. I think we got some in already, and I think we're getting more in. We got a whole bunch of our second wave of the Ariel, the Calibarn.
Is that what came with the monument the other day?
Yeah. I think more of the unicorn ones. What's weird about like they I don't know if they just don't have the capacity or what, but we get them in stages. Like it's not our entire order at once. It's we'll send some this month. We'll send some more this month. We'll send some more this month. And that's with a lot of Chinese stuff. Like it's not just one. So I don't know if they, as they're making it, they're filling up the warehouse, and they get stuff out and they fill it back up again. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be. And what clear coat would you recommend for panel lining?
Like a gloss, but just I don't know.
Yeah, just any
Mr. Super Clear is fine. Just make sure it's gloss. Yeah, sure would be fine.
Pledge Future, which they don't make anymore.
No, it's called something else now.
Yeah, they have a different. Well, they make some other different product, but there's another company too that makes another very similar product.
It's like floor polishing.
Something like that.
Still Pledge. Well, it's not. We used to be. It changed when it was bought out by Pledge. Pledge bought the company and changed the name. But I used to use that, but I don't. It's just easier to use an air can or just get the solid stuff and thin it down and spray it on.
Yeah. Let's see. Which is more scary, the hurricane or an alligator coming inside your house?
The hurricane, but alligators usually don't.
I mean, if an alligator was in your house.
So I wonder if people, because there's like there was a TikTok of a guy who opened his door and there was an alligator in there. Have you seen that? That's going around, but the alligator's a stuffed alligator.
Okay.
It's not a real alligator.
Yeah.
So you open the door and he's like, all this water's coming out, and then they shine the flashlight up and then there's an alligator in there, but it's a stuffed one. It's not a real alligator, but people are making it like it is a real one. Because how would the alligator didn't open the door and go in the house?
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, in theory, let's say your glass breaks. Alligators do go in pools, though. Alligators will go in your pool here in Florida.
Does it matter if it's like a regular chlorine pool or a saltwater pool?
No, they'll go in that sucker.
Whatever.
Yeah. And if it's a small one, I mean, just get it out. If it's 6 foot or bigger, then don't let your dogs out there and just call somebody. But I've seen that. I wonder if that's why we're getting a lot of alligator questions.
I don't know.
I've seen that TikTok like 30 times now.
Really?
Yeah.
I figure it's just one of the main things people know about Florida.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. We have crocodiles here. We have caiman here. Not just alligators.
We have terrapin here too.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What type of mecha designs catch your eye the most? Simple grunts or elaborate lead protagonist designs? Goblin Teeth asked. One of our winners of the Old to Gold contest.
Probably elaborate protagonists. Also elaborate antagonists.
Ooh. Yeah.
Those are the ones that are supposed to be more flashy. I mean, the grunts are cool, and I personally like building grunts. But I mean, if you're looking at aesthetic wise, and I mean, that's why they're the protagonist and the antagonist.
For me, it kind of goes either way. There's some grunts that I love the design and some not so much, and then the same for the protagonist suits. Like there's some that I love and some that I don't like that much, so it just kind of depends more on the design. Not necessarily, I couldn't really say that I like one more than the other. Let's see, what Gundam would you like to see made of the perfect grade next? We talked about that. Here's one for you. Which Requiem of Vengeance kit are you most excited for? We did have some new Requiem of Vengeance kits announced there. The Premium Bandai Zaku 2s that they're coming out with. It had like 5 different ones that they had on display there.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm not particularly excited for any of them, really. I kind of like the look of the Zaku designs a little bit more than the Gundam. But even with that, not really too much. I don't know. Is any of the Requiem of Vengeance kits that you're looking forward to?
I'm not very excited about this personally, but hopefully it's a good show. And then, but I don't know.
Maybe
they tried to make it too realistic.
Yeah, which that's what I was saying on the stream before, is that I like the fact that they wanted to try to make them look really realistic, but still it's like just the proportions still look dumb.
Yeah.
So if the proportions would be better, then maybe I might like them a bit more.
I don't like the head either, the Gundam.
The Gundam, yeah, it's weird looking.
Like you could just left it the way it was supposed to be for the most part, but that's a problem with like these movies and live action. They try to change the way things look, whereas Ready Player One left it to what it should have been, and it was, yeah, they're in a video game, but it's so much better.
Let's see. If you could do a hurricane themed paint scheme, what would it be? I don't know. How would you do that?
It'd have to be red and white for like
red and white.
Yeah, because that's the flags of a hurricane, right?
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know that.
Yeah, because a tropical storm, you have one red and white. It's like a red flag with a white square, and then a hurricane is two of them. Is a hurricane.
I don't even I know that.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
So
flags that they put up where? Like at the beach or something?
Yeah, I think they put them at the beach, which is stupid because they never get them again.
Right. Because then who's?
I'm sure you've seen these.
If you're going, I mean, I don't know.
No, it's a black square. I lied. So I don't even know.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and double is so the tropical storm is one, and then a hurricane is double.
Okay.
So it'd be red. And I don't know where they put these up because it would just blow away. But
or even if they don't, I mean, I don't know. Who's gonna see? Who's like looking up? Like, oh, what flags we got up today? Like, you do that at the beach, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's for
you're not gonna be at the beach.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just don't know why. I don't know. I mean, nowadays, day and age, you just, I don't know. Maybe they just did on the beaches and like around before internet days.
But I guess it makes sense for a color scheme if it's hurricane related.
Yeah. So I guess black and red.
Yeah. Let's see. What kit from the hobby show are you most looking forward to? So of all the new announcements.
The real grade. Oh no, because Good
Horizon,
Smile. Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah. A lot of Kotobukiya ones. I gotta look at the Armored Core ones. Yeah. A lot of Kotobukiya ones I liked. Like the Hex Gear ones look pretty cool. Which we've seen those before, the Hex Gear ones.
I don't know.
We haven't seen the Governors, but we saw the chainsaw looking dinosaur one, and then the hawk one we've seen, the bird one.
Didn't they have or they teased something? Maybe I just saw it on just their Twitter. Maybe they didn't even have anything there at the show about it, but they're coming out with a new Hexagear Governor, which is like a larger size, like the size of like the Megalomaria. Did you see something about that? I think that they had something that they were coming out with that, so it's gonna be like the same size, like 1/12 or 1/10, whatever those Megalomaria ones are close to. But a Hexagear Governor.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Was it the one that had that big long like whip thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have to look. Actually, here, let's see. Hexagear. Fortunately, Kotobukiya has a different Twitter account for all their different properties.
Yeah, I mean,
so Hexagear has.
It makes sense, I guess.
Let's see if I can find it here real quick.
Oh, there's Armored. Was that Armored Core? No, that's Hexagear.
Hexagear, but looks like Armored Core.
I was like, wait a minute.
I don't know if it's going to be on here or it might be on the Megalomaria one.
It might be on the because now you're past. I think. Oh no, you're still on where.
But these are the small ones.
Yeah. The snake looked pretty cool. I don't know if you saw that.
That one?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
People see me just pointing. No one can see what we're looking at. Sorry.
Right, we're looking at the the Hexagear Twitter page here. Maybe it's here. Oh, no, that's not it either. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look. But I thought I saw something about that. There was a larger. I thought like the T-Rex looking one, though, reminds me of the Ultimasaurus. Remember that? It's like the T-Rex with like a red Triceratops head and it has like an Ankylosaurus tail and everything. This reminds me of that because it has like the Triceratops frill and horns.
Yeah, that's like the chainsaw dinosaur thing is what I was saying. That looks pretty cool. And then the hawk looks I like the animal type ones.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to grab a couple more questions here. Is the native wildlife more likely to invite themselves in your home? Maybe that's what he's talking about. Yeah. If you could build a model kit for the first time again, what would it be? I don't know, maybe a unicorn, like any version of the unicorn. Like it'd be cool because like I built the master grade unicorn, the Verka, the first version when it came out. But it'd be cool, like having not ever built any other version of the unicorn, to build like the real grade first, because so much nicer.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. The transforming aspect of the unicorn was always like pretty amazing, even from the very first kit. I mean, like it's a little wonky, but like the fact that that's like fully transforming, it's so different. It's not like how the Zeta transforms into like something completely different. The transformation of the unicorn is like really unique.
Right.
Unique that one would be cool. Yeah, unique New York. Which model kit? Okay, from the hobby show are you most excited about? We talked about that.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. Like I got Cody. Cody's an employee. He's like,
is he not here today?
No, he's like under. Look at this.
It's underwater. Oh no.
So,
Eesh.
He has to borrow the big fan. I told him, yeah.
He was flooded last time too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So everything's a bit hectic here. But let's see if there's another good question here for us. Any tips for fixing paint bleeding under tape? Yep. Sanding and repainting.
Yep, that's the only way. The problem is, like a lot of
you can touch it up sometimes. Kind of depends, but
if it's white, if it's white that bled, it's easy to touch it. If it's white that was the base and it like red bled on it, you're not touching that up.
Depends on depends on the color. Depends on how bad it is. Because one thing you can do is like if you have this side covered and you paint here and it bleeds through, then just cover the other side and just repaint that side like that.
If it's a lighter color you have to touch up, you're gonna have a harder time. But if it's a darker color, it's usually not that hard. But just make sure you're getting tape that works for you. But even tape that is known to work sometimes, just make sure you push that thing down as hard as you can.
Yeah. Because even if you do that, or you mask the opposite side and repaint it to cover it up, you might still be able to see it under the paint just because it's so like thin layers. So like you'll still be able to see like a little rough outline there. So you can try to lightly sand it before repainting it. It's probably the easiest thing is just drop it in some stripper.
If you want to if you want to look the best it can, you would just redo the whole thing. If you don't mind, maybe there'd be a little.
If it's going to be weathered, you can get away with it a lot easier.
Yeah, if it's going to be weathered, you can.
If you want a really clean build,
you
just kind of have to redo it.
I don't like this chair because I keep finding myself sitting like this.
It's too. I think it's like a little bit too big.
Yeah,
too wide or something. I don't know. All right, and let's see. Can you put the Star Glory Eternal back on the October day sale?
It was on there it will probably come back on there. Yeah, it was the sale's just rotating every day throughout October, so just keep checking it. I mean, there's different things that are added every day and taken off every day.
Oh yeah, there's the Gundam TCG that was announced, but they've had like cards, trading cards and stuff in the past. But there's a new trading card game that they're coming out with, and the art for like some of the cards I've seen looks really, really nice.
Yeah, we should have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. All right, there you go. Let's see. If you were in charge of the MS design for a manga, how would you design it? Oh, I don't know. I'm not a mecha designer.
I would be. I wouldn't do giant suits. I'd do more like armors.
Really?
Yeah. Because then you can do a lot more. Like if say like the manga was like a war-based manga, I feel like you can have more characters, more you can do.
It would be really cool. It would be to have like a proper Machine Krieger manga. It would be awesome. Cool. Yeah. They're in suits just because there is like backstory, but like it's just
there's no
text.
that like you can read,
and it's just more like little blurbs here and there that you can find.
Yeah.
But like a full-on manga would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. But that's a perfect example. You've got all these different suits that you can do different things, like just armors. It's not like big giant mechs that wipe everything out. You're in.
It's a lot more of like the human element, because like once the pilot's in like a Gundam, like the Gundam itself kind of becomes the character. Like that's what you're really seeing in like the manga.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Are you excited for the lizard kit?
Yeah.
There you go. When's that coming?
It's on the way. So
yeah, actually,
it's a whole container as well. But that's probably like one container a dud. I don't know. It depends on how many they're making. That's the thing too about like a lot of the Chinese kits are like one and dones.
So like even the fact that we're getting 2 batches of the monument is a little somewhat unusual,
right? And they might not make it again. I mean, look at we were talking about the Judge. They made that one shipment of the black ones, and then when they came out with it next, they just made the Moonlight version, but it's not like it's getting reprinted again. So it just moved on to other things. And
like with the monument, like I said, we'll probably see a couple of variations of it.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we didn't. Yeah.
But the second batch is probably the last of the original version, which is what, like the test? No, it's not the test. It's like repair type or whatever.
Repair type. Yeah.
All right. So our giveaway here platform would be Instagram. We had 67 entries here.
21.
All right. We actually didn't get to questions here from Instagram. But... here's a question for us. Favorite hurricane snack?
Who posted that question? Who's that guy on a skateboard looking like he's about to fall?
No, he's jumping.
Kickflip? Is that what he's trying to do?
No, he's just jumping at the Chicago Bean.
Oh, I thought he was a skateboarder.
No.
They need to fix that. I don't know what that guy's doing.
All right.
Okay, so this year.
Takis?
No, I hate Takis.
Fuego? I don't know if I've ever actually tried Takis.
So my favorite snack this year was Little Debbie. Yeah, they have oatmeal cream pies.
Yeah.
They have peanut butter ones.
Ooh.
Yes, and I think you would enjoy this. So it's 2 peanut butter cookies with peanut butter in the middle.
Oh my god.
It is so good.
I would like that.
It is very good. So those, I destroyed 2 boxes of those.
Oh geez.
So it's like 12 of them throughout the 2 days. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Other than that, I mean,
just have like a sugar spike attack.
No, I got pills for that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, just your typical chips and dips, and
I like cheese and crackers.
Yeah, pretty good. Cheese and crackers, good. But yeah, I was eating them cookies, this little peanut butter.
We got a bag of those. My wife got a bag of those Halloween Cheetos that are like shaped like bones, the bag of bones ones.
Yeah.
So we ate those. Yeah, good. I don't know.
Are they like white cheddar?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Anyway, 21. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There was Slimy Sleazy. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Penguin.
Yay.
So very enthusiastic.
Yay. Well, I was trying to read the full name because it was Penguini.
Penguini, like linguini. Penguin linguini.
So I was trying to read that. But congratulations. Thank you guys. Thank you for submitting the question, which is, do you have any opinions about 30-minute missions fantasy line? I think it's pretty cool. I think because they made that one that was the night version.
Spinatio Night,
and it was very popular. So I think that's why they started doing the fantasy line.
So?
Yeah,
they just wanted to do more fantasy style designs. Correct, that didn't really fit with the rest of the line as it was.
Yeah, once they figured out how popular that was, because that's not a fantasy line one, but it should be.
Right. Pretty much.
But send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com with just a picture of you logged into your Instagram account and then what address you want us to send this to, and we will get you out your Master Grade Wing Zero Urka EW Master Grade 100 Bandai Hobby blue logo
transformable mobile suit with zero system. You like the fantasy stuff a lot more than I do. I'm not as big into the fantasy aesthetic, but some of the kits look cool. So I will review a couple of them here and there. but I'm not going to be like trying to build like every single one in the lineup or anything. But they do look pretty interesting. So yeah, especially if you are a fan of that aesthetic, they look great. Because yeah, there's not really too much other option as far as like that kind of style model kit of anything quite like that.
Yeah.
So it's certainly very unique. So all right, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Pass me that kit right there. It's okay.
Okay.
Everything's in the box there. I'm gonna be, if you guys want to head over to my channel pretty soon, not like in like 5 minutes, but in like 30 minutes or something, I'm gonna start a live stream over there. Gonna be building this guy. If you want to check out the live build of the 2.0, if you want to see kind of a little bit more about what that's about, I got that all prepped. So gonna live build that if you guys want to check that out.
Yes.
And then yeah, just before this, if you missed it, I was doing a live stream talking about all the new announcements there. Yeah. A lot of the new announcements, I couldn't get through everything. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah. But check out that too if you missed it. And yeah, our TikTok. You said that, right?
Yep. No, I didn't.
Well, yeah.
Check us out on TikTok. We post orders pretty much almost every other day or so, every day. If it's your order, send us an email and you will get a $10 gift card. Yeah. Just for letting us be able to use that.
And build day.
Build day, the 19th, next Saturday. So not this Saturday coming up, but the one after. Free food, free drinks. We probably had a good 40 to 60 people last time, give or take. We did tour of the warehouse. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet people around the area. Some people drove all the way from Tampa. We had people come from Georgia. So people do drive from a lot further than I think they would. What I normally would think they would, but yeah, people do come from all over. So it's really cool get together. And then if you are in the area and you're out of power, even if you're not out of power and you just want to hang out, the build room's open. So you guys can come and take advantage of AC, get food delivered here, whatever you guys need. Yeah.
Get some food delivered for me if you want to. The 7-Eleven that I went to get my coffee, the coffee machine was working. The 7-Eleven was open. It wasn't flooded, but they didn't have any donuts. I wanted to get one, but they didn't have any. They didn't get delivered.
You would get apple fritters from 7-Eleven. Yeah.
I know.
Is that what you wanted?
That's what I was going to get. Either that or an eclair.
It's the best apple fritters.
I know, Krispy Kreme.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. And Serial just asked real quick. He asked if we're not giving away to YouTube comments. Yeah, YouTube comments that was in there. So it's between Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Yep. Yeah. So that was the first number that I drew was just between which of those three platforms, and then it's drawing of those comments. So, yep. All right. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.